What is going on, everybody? Hold on here. Let's get some. There we go. Got the dust off the camera now. It's been a long time. It's been a while since I've done my last YouTube video. Life's been getting crazy, super busy. I've been traveling a lot, so I do apologize. But let's get back to it. I got a lot of stuff to talk to you guys about. I got a lot of updates going on, a lot of fun stuff with the cars. So first off, big news: the Lexus is gone. Sold it. It was a fun car while it lasted, but just didn't really have the room for it. I have the Denali to drive every day, so it was kind of an impulse buy. I didn't really see a need for another car. It was fun while it lasted, but we made room. So I'll show you guys why in a minute, but I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you guys the Chevelle. It's been it's a whole new car now. This thing is completely different, and here we go. What? She's got a hood now. She's got a hood. Here's the coolest part. There's a little hint right there. Let's lift this thing up. There we go. She is now twin turboed. Some of you guys will recognize these turbos. These are the turbos that are off the farm truck, the truck that I used to race, and the first set of twins that were on my Apache. So yeah, she's twin turboed now. The blower is gone. Fun while it lasted. Here's another cool little feature right here. Those are the inlets to the turbos, kind of like the new Hellcats have. It's got this tube going up here down to the headlight. But these are Turbonetics billet ball bearing 69, 68 millimeter turbos. Peep down in there, we got the RG45 wastegates. So this car is still pretty much the same. The motor is still the 377 cubic inch small block Chevy. Really the only thing we changed inside was the camshaft from John Doherty. So it is a turbo spec cam, not a blower spec. And oh, transmission. There's a big changeover with the transmission. It's still a 4L80E, which is the automatic 4-speed. Because when we were installing the transmission back up in it, after the turbos went in it, it actually dropped. The transmission dropped from about 3 feet up, and it broke the bell housing and almost took one of my friend's fingers off. It was kind of a scary deal, but luckily no fingers were lost. So since the case was broken, you pretty much throw it out and go get a new one. And we just kind of bit the bullet and got a Reed case, which is the newest, latest, and greatest, badass transmission case that's also SFI approved. Because an issue that we were going to have was fitting burst-proof shields over the transmission and the bell housing, which is something we all have to have once you start running a certain time on the track. It's just a safety precaution in case we have a transmission failure. It doesn't come up through the floor and take our legs off. So with that aftermarket case, we don't need any of those shields. It saved us a bit of work clearancing it and just a bunch of headaches. So that was a good deal there. The reason the car is on the jack stands now is because I fried that transmission. We had, I don't want to mention the company, but we had a valve body in there from someone. It was a stock modified valve body that was meant to have a trans brake in it. Ran good for probably 20 miles, then it started slipping the forward clutches. So any forward gear, it was pretty much slipping. We really found that out on the dyno. And by the way, on 8 pounds of boost, the lowest boost setting we have, with the slipping transmission, it made 575 horsepower of the tire. That's another 60 horsepower more on roughly the same boost level as the supercharger had. So turbos for the win, way more efficient, better sounding. I missed the look of the blower, but turbos are the way to go. And that's pretty much why we just did this whole changeover, was to kind of get drivability back in the car so my dad could fire this thing up whenever, cruise it down the street, go get lunch in it, do whatever, and then, go blister down the track. The supercharger was fun. It was just super, super temperamental and touchy and snappy. It was really hard to even get the car on the trailer. It's doing good now. The transmission is going to be back from the shop tomorrow with a new valve body from Extreme Automatics. and I'm super stoked to get that in because it is a one-off custom deal that they designed from the ground up for these transmissions. It's gonna have a trans brake, it's gonna shift really badass, and it should be really durable. So fingers crossed on that one. I'll do some updates when we get this thing back in the car in a couple days, and we'll actually go take this thing for a drive with the new twin turbo setup. So yeah, that's this car right there. It's got a fiberglass hood on it, these custom billet exhaust strings here from in the hood, and I will say Luke and Pat from Axis Innovations killed it. Those are my go-to guys when I get stuck or when I have problems. I call those guys. So shouts out to you guys. Love you guys. Thank you for all your help. Now, here comes the highlight of the video. Guess who's back? You got it right. The Apache is back. Also, say hi to sis. Here she is. We'll turn the lights on in here. Sorry about that. But I'm so stoked that this truck's back. For those of you that don't know, this truck has never even been on my YouTube channel, actually. I just realized that. I've had the truck since I was 15 years old. I've been tinkering with it ever since, and it's just been my guinea pig. It's been the vehicle that I learned everything on, how to tune, how to build, fabricate, everything. And it's just been one of those trucks for me that's stuck for years and years and years, and it's finally gotten to the point to where it needed a lot of safety stuff in it. So I sent the truck to one chassis shop up in Sacramento. Pretty bad experience. I pulled it out of there, took it across town in Sacramento, which, by the way, Sacramento is about a 5.5 6 hour drive from my house. And the second shop kept the truck there for, I don't know, 3-4 months, didn't touch it, and refused to give me updates and pictures and whatever. So I was super frustrated with them. So fast forward those months, I get a hold of LP Racing out in Ontario, which is like 3 hours closer to me, and discuss what I wanted to do with it, what my goals were, and just what I had in mind. And they said, yep, no problem, bring it down, we'll take a look at it, and we'll have fun with it. And so there it went to their shop, and right away they got cranking on it, and nothing but great things to say about them. Laying at LP Racing, you guys kick ass. So you guys did all the work on this truck, and here's the bullet for it right here. Here's the engine. This guy is a 388 cubic inch Dart block. This is their LS Next 2. It's got Airflow Research 260cc LS3 heads that have been touched up a little bit. We filled it with some pretty nice parts. Victory titanium intake valves, Inconel exhaust valves, really nice pack springs, all titanium keepers, retainers, all that fun stuff. So this thing can turn a comfortable 8,000 RPM and stay happy. It's got a custom ground John Doherty cam, which is the cams we use in all of our cars. What else? Billet rods, custom CP piston, DLA Engineering 6-stage dry sump, which is probably my favorite part of the motor. that dry sump system is gorgeous. That's this guy right here. External oil pump, and this motor holds well over 100 psi of oil pressure throughout the pull, hot or cold, no matter what. Without good oil pressure, you're going to hurt this thing. So it's really key to have a really good oil supply. Turbos, the important part. Those are going to be twin precision mirror image 7675 turbos with a pair of 46 millimeter wastegates. And when we put this motor on the dyno at CPR, shout out to Martin, thank you for letting me use your dyno. This motor, naturally aspirated with no turbos, made 613 horsepower on pump E85. It's really, really stout for a moderately low compression turbo motor with a turbo cam. So really, really happy with it. And yeah, it's got all the goodies. But I just wanted to hop on here, give you guys a little update with everything. And let's get these videos back up and going every week. It's my goal. You guys got to hold me to that now, okay? So once a week, we're going to be giving you updates. I'm going full speed on the Apache, and this truck is going to come together pretty quick, hopefully. So right now I'm at the stage where I coated the entire chassis with Steel It. You guys got to check this stuff out, by the way. Hold on. Let me grab a can here. Where are we? Here we go. This stuff, Steel It. The most amazing coating ever. There's stainless steel in this paint, and this is what it looks like. By the way, I am no professional painter, and it makes me look like I've been doing it for 30 years. The best part about this paint is that you can weld directly over it. You don't have, like, if something breaks, if there's a crack right here in the weld, we don't have to sand it and blast it and decontaminate it and do all that stuff in order to weld it. We can literally MIG or TIG directly over it, spritz a little bit of paint back over it, and keep on going. That's the really nice part about this paint. So if you guys ever need to paint metal, do Steel It. Trust me, you guys won't be disappointed. So yeah, the chassis is all coated with Steel It. It's all painted, looking pretty. And now we are basically at the point where I need to start getting the pedals hung, so the brake and gas pedal, because I need to make firewall modifications. We'll pop the hood here. So here's what the engine bay looks like. Nice and empty. We just got my little mock-up block in here with the old Corvette cylinder heads. You can see here I've been kind of beating this up here with the hammer just to figure out where I need to mark it. And we're going to cut this out, make some room for the intake manifold and the valve covers for the new motor, and get this thing going. So once we figure the pedals out on the firewall, we're going to cut those little areas out here on the corners and massage that a little bit. After that, the new motor will go in, and we'll start doing turbo stuff. We'll start getting all the turbo piping in. I'm attempting to build my own headers, so I just went to Hedman Headers and just got their whole stainless header kit. So it's really nice stuff. I'm looking forward to working with that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for now, guys. I'm gonna hop off here and let you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you guys are all doing good. Nice to be back. We'll see you guys next time.